What is up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of the Cross Pod. I am D. Will, joined by my two great co-hosts, Evan and Miles. Today, we'll be reacting to the draft that occurred yesterday. Well, at least the first round of the draft, and we'll start off by talking about Cooper Flagg. Ev, you have the floor.
So what makes Cooper Flagg so special to me, at least, is just how driven and competitive the dude is. Everything you read is just a complete maniac, just in the way he works, and just his compete level, and that's really how you become great in the NBA. And you kind of saw just in the one Duke season, just him develop so much as like a shot creator. He's a genuine like mismatch threat. Like in some of the games you watch, he's just like completely sort of dictating the game every minute he's in, and he's really just like elite at all the little things. Very similar to a guy like Siakam. Um, his ceiling's higher than Siakam, but in sort of that aspect of the game. And yeah, of course he's just a really special like team defensive player, and he's just you know as good as you can be as a collegiate player coming out. So yeah, one of the best prospects to come in the last decade easily.
Yeah, Cooper is coming into the draft as like one of the best defensive prospects we've seen in a long time. You've covered most of what he's good at and stuff, but yeah, like he projects to be like good at everything really, like has like no real weaknesses in his game. The only true one that he had was like his 3-point shooting, and even when he's at Duke, he shot like 38% from three and on
Yeah,
like solid volume. So and like so far he's shown that he can do everything on the court: rebound, score whenever he wants, pass, play, make, defend, like everything. So yeah,
his handle's a little loose, so he
yeah,
can tighten that up a little
he
bit.
is he's like 6'9", 6'10", like strong. So like
Yeah,
he's not like he doesn't have to rely on his handle like crazy. Like it kind of reminds me of I've compared him to Paulo before. Like it reminds me of Paulo. Like Paulo's handle is solid, but like it's not tight to the point where like he can dribble against guards comfortably and stuff like that. And I think that's probably where Cooper is at. But it's not. I don't think it'll be like that detrimental to Cooper if he doesn't like develop like a great handle.
it's a good take. Darren, how good will Cooper Flagg be this year as a rookie?
As a rookie, I think he's gonna
Yeah,
immediately contribute out of the gate. Like, there's gonna be no like, you know how some rookies they'll have like a little bit of lag right when they get in, and it
He's
takes
in
them
there
at least
already.
yeah, like a month or two to get like not even a month or 2 months, maybe like half a month to a month to be like NBA ready. Get those jitters out and stuff. I don't think he'll have like that problem when he comes in. Um, maybe like maybe fringe all star. I think that's what he'll do coming out, especially like on the defensive end with AD. Like it's not like he's joining some bad defensive team. Like he has the help, and it'll like really make his defense like show out even better with a guy like AD out there. So yeah,
I also I don't think it gets talked about enough, and I don't agree. I don't necessarily agree with it, but it's something that like could possibly happen in my opinion. But I think he could have like a lot of pressure. Like right now, he doesn't have too much, but eventually, I think he could have like a lot of pressure, like middle of the season, towards the end of the season, because the Mavericks, they're like at this point, they are trying to contend. Like they have a capable roster of contending, like not like one of the best rosters in the league, but like they have Anthony Davis. Kyrie's hurt right now, but there has been reports that he could be back like middle of the season, or like a little bit close to the end of it. But like, and they have like solid depth right now, so I don't think like I don't think it's warranted. I don't think you should have this like any kind of pressure really, especially as a rookie. But I don't know. I have a feeling that some fans will be like, especially if he underperforms or doesn't perform to like what most people think he would be doing, then I think he could get criticized a little bit for it.
yeah.
But I don't think it should. I don't think there should be any criticism in my opinion.
What do you think like the expectation is for Coop and the Mavs going into this season? Once everybody gets healthy, because Kyrie probably won't come back till they said January, February.
Yeah,
So
I mean the playoffs for sure.
yeah.
Um,
yeah,
I don't I don't think they're like a contender to me, but I mean they're really like talented, good defensive team. It depends who they get at point guard, obviously, because AD's
Yeah,
got to get set up. Coop can he could play make for sure, but his first year in the NBA to like
to be
sort
one
of
of the
like
most.
yeah, to like run things for you, that's tough.
Yeah.
Clay's like just a spot up guy. Um, so yeah, it sort of depends on who they bring in there, but if they get like a competent point guard, yeah, they're pretty serious, I guess.
Yeah, like I don't think no matter who they get, like right now, I don't think they're on OKC's level, and then even maybe Houston at this point. But like you could argue they're the like with Kyrie back, and if Cooper is playing like just at like an expected level, I think they could be like the third best team in the West, maybe fourth with LA, depending on who they get. But as of right now, I think they could be like the third best team in the West.
I mean
I
that's
don't have
like
them.
before. I'm just projecting them. I don't think they're gonna be like a top three seed next year.
I
Honestly,
don't have them third, but I don't have them. I have them. I was thinking like fifth because in my mind, bro, the Spurs. I think the Spurs are gonna like be a top 4 seed next year.
Yeah,
we're about to talk about the Spurs.
Yeah, I was also gonna say like I don't think they're gonna be a top three seed necessarily, but like like the Rockets last year, they were the second seed, but they weren't considered like the second best team in the West. Like
Yeah.
I think it'll be like that, but the opposite way.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
fair take. So the Spurs took Dylan Harper with the number 2 pick. In my opinion, the Spurs had one of the best first rounds of any team, getting him and Carter Bryant. But Miles, what do you think about Dylan Harper's game and just what is your scout on him?
as a player himself, I like him a lot. Like I think he's like very good at getting to the rim, good finisher when he gets there. He's a solid playmaker, I think as well. I think his defense it can be improved, but like I don't think it's bad by any means. I think he's like I think he'd be a capable to like above average defender. The only obviously the main thing with him is his jump shot, like a lot of players in this draft. But yeah, his main thing is like just his shooting ability. How he's gonna play along Wemby, De'Aaron Fox. If everybody's in this roster, it's gonna be like a little difficult because like De'Aaron's not a great 3-point shooter. Dylan hasn't shown to be a good 3-point shooter. Castle wasn't really a good 3-point shooter. Like they're really only good 3-point shooters like that they had on their team last year was Harrison Barnes and like Chris Paul was good, and then Wemby obviously, but like he's gonna have the ball in his hand. Most of his shots should be coming to like inside the paint, but yeah, it's a tough fit. Like I think as a player he's really good. I think he obviously deserves to be like the second pick in the draft. But I don't know. Part of me wishes it like I saw them. Part of me wishes they traded the pick. I know that's kind of crazy to say because he's like by far the second best player in the draft. But I just don't know if he fits alongside like the Spurs main core right now, especially with like De'Aaron Fox and Steph Castle being guards, and you draft another guard. I don't know. It's just tough. I
Yeah,
don't know how they're gonna play alongside each other.
yeah, that's fair for this year, but Fox has one more year left on his deal, so I would just assume that like Dylan Harper's their point guard of the future.
Yeah, that's
I think
true.
he's gonna be better than De'Aaron probably. He just
Really.
has to really just like you said defense, but just like offensively, he has to improve his like just pull up jumper. That was pretty inconsistent. That Rutgers team was very like strange, and he and Ace like basically had to do everything. So
Yeah.
with just like more space and structure in the NBA, I think he can win Rookie of the Year. Um, he'll probably come off the bench though, so that'll be sort of stuff. He'd have to be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
To be fair,
yeah,
their point guard depth will be really good. Just you can't really see them playing alongside each other like that many minutes. At least this year. At least this year. But yeah, like you said, for the future, like things can improve, obviously. So
they also got Carter Bryant at 14. Just great value. He's just a really good player. Uh, Great defender, great motor, good shooter, clean release. Just like a really good player at the end of the lottery. He doesn't have like crazy upside, but he's just gonna
yeah,
be like a really good. like a good role player for them. And they already have like Dylan Harper's probably gonna be a star. De'Aaron Fox, the All Star. Wemby, whatever you think he is, he's the next coming. So yeah.
Yeah. I
Also,
was
just
gonna
like a
say,
really good off ball player. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Carter. Like I think he has like one of like the highest floors in the draft in my opinion. Like just I can't see him being anything worse than like a good to great 3-and-D player. Like personally, I thought he should have been drafted a little bit higher, but the fact that he was able to fall to the Spurs, like that, yeah, that's a crazy pickup for them. Like he can easily fit alongside Wemby and Steph Castle and Dylan Harper in the future, assuming they keep him, obviously. But yeah,
I just think I think this is the year the Spurs like make a statement in the West, get a high seeding, go on a playoff. I'm not gonna say when I say go on a playoff run, I mean like be in the playoffs, maybe get out of the first round, but like show you like, oh, we're gonna be here for the next few years to contend.
Where do you think they're gonna be in the West, like ranking wise?
Ranking like as if
Or seed as a
seeding. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Because I'm just saying, because it's kind of hard to like say they're automatically in the playoffs right now because the West is so deep right now. But
Top 5 seed for sure.
top 5 for sure.
I don't see that.
Why not?
It's possible. I just don't like. I don't know about like being that.
Give me a
confident.
reason why.
I think they're gonna be like 500. Dude, how many games did they win this year? I know Wembanyama got hurt, but
I think it was like.
And didn't they trade for De'Aaron mid-season?
yeah, but
Like, come on now. Got to add
they
content.
won. Yeah,
To be honest, like
they won 34 games.
Yeah,
they'll be in like mid 40 wins. I just don't think Wembanyama is gonna play all year. Like,
maybe.
do we even know if he's gonna like start the year?
I think
Still
from
got
what he's been saying, like he's been saying that he thinks he's going to be able to start the year off playing like from game one.
Well, every player's gonna say that.
True.
But yeah, I mean,
I just know I don't trust him playing all year yet. I gotta see it.
Fair.
You know.
I was also gonna say, like, as of currently constructed, like I don't think they have like the depth to be that high seed. Like they can obviously make moves to get more players on the roster, but like,
yeah, we'll see.
Really, it's really just Wemby, their 3 young guards they drafted, or not drafted, but De'Aaron and the other 2 young guards they drafted, and then like they still have Jeremy Sohan, I guess, but like they don't really have that much depth right now, in my opinion. At least like players that can help them win games right now. I don't know. Maybe I think I can see him as like a 7 seed, maybe 6 seed, but I don't know about 5th this early.
Guys, this might be a hot take. Is a hot take, isn't a hot take. I honestly don't care. I personally am not a fan of the BJ Edgecombe draft selection. Look at what that shit. Hey, Ed, can you go back to the list, please? Please. I'm asking you nicely. Please. Please. Look at what that shit says right there. Shooting guard. How tall is he? 6'4". We don't need a 6'4".
He's 6'5" in shoes.
I don't give a fuck about that. We don't need that.
He's still a shooting guard.
I wanted Khan.
I mean, they're like the same height.
Khan is 6'6".
That's like a 1 inch difference.
Nah, the motherfucker's 6'4". VJ 6'4".
And VJ, if anything, VJ plays bigger than 6'4", 6'5".
He can play bigger, but it doesn't matter.
Okay. What concerns you about his game?
Nothing. I like him as a prospect. I just don't. I wanted Khan. I wanted Khan. He fits better.
I mean, honestly, I can't argue with that. Khan's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'm saying he fits better for what we're trying to do. Daryl's giving this core of, well, not core, but like this big 3 of PG, Embiid, and Tyrese. He said they're giving us 1 more year. I think Khan would have helped us like immediately. I'm not saying VJ won't, but the way he contributes won't be as impactful compared to the way Khan would have contributed if we would have drafted him. An immediate floor spreader. Immediate.
Yep. I,
What did I say?
I honestly
What did I say on the couch yesterday, Ed? What did I say when we drafted him?
no.
No, not just that.
upset.
What did I say? I said he better what?
Live up to the pick.
No, I said this bitch better produce. This bitch better produce. That's what I said.
Okay. This is actually.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I'll wait like. I'll wait like to the maybe like 3 months into the season to make my definitive like opinion, but I'll give him a chance.
Oh my God.
But just know when this nigga is sitting on the bench,
that's just not fair
because he can't spread the floor. Just know I'm the one who was like, we needed Khan. Just know that when the Sixers fandom is mad and shit, and mad at
wait.
with pitchforks in the fucking air talking about some Khan. No, I said that shit first. So just remember that.
This is actually a very compelling conversation you just brought up, because you're right. Khan is like a better floor guy. Like, he will raise your floor. Like, he is ready to go right now. But here's the problem. Okay, you're thinking of like this year, bro. I'm telling you right now, the Sixers brass, they're sort of on two different timelines now. And if you're picking top three, you got like, I'm not gonna say like VJ's. In my opinion, VJ's like just as good as Khan, but he has like way more upside just in his like athleticism. He's like a freak athlete, and he's already like a great defensive player. So when you have a team with two of the three worst contracts in the league, you have to, when you're in the top three, you have to take the best player. So like, it's interesting because you as a fan, you want them to surround Embiid, right? But Embiid's an aging superstar. That pick is totally post Embiid or post whatever this team is. You know what I'm saying? So they have the old has-beens, Eric Gordon, Paul George, Embiid, Drummond, but they also are collecting young talent like McCain, Tyrese, and BJ. So it's sort of like the Warriors a few years ago, but I think VJ is like just a good player right now.
I'm not saying he won't be good,
and he's literally like 19.
That's fine.
So you're saying his rookie year, like 2 months in, you're going to judge him off that? That is ridiculous when he's not going to start.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying contributing immediately. That's what I as a fan want. That's what I wanted out of this draft. I wanted immediate contribution to win a title in this upcoming year, because that's what our window is.
Do you think if you guys drafted Con Knuckle, do you think he would help you guys win a championship? Do you think he's the missing piece to winning a championship?
Not the missing piece. I'm not saying that, but I think Con right now could help us win a title. More than VJ right now. That's all I'm saying.
Like, you don't necessarily need Con. Like, you have shooters on your team. Like, you have Jared McCain still. Like, he's still on your roster. He's a guard who can shoot just as well, or maybe not just as well, but like he's a good shooter, great shooter.
We can slide Con at the 3.
What?
We can put Con at the 3.
If you get Quentin Grimes back,
Con wouldn't start either.
I'm not saying he would, but just what did you just say in this? What did you just say earlier about depth in the league? What did you just say about that? Who won the?
Well, also, hold on. Let me go.
Versatility.
All right.
And having your star.
Miles, you can speak to this. Does VJ Edgecombe not resemble like 80% of the Thunder's roster? Great defenders, great athletes, just pests, and he can actually create a little bit. He's still raw offensively, but like he has legit like all-star upside if you just let him develop. Now Philly's in a weird spot where they have to win.
I'm tired of the upside. I'm tired of the oh my gosh, if we give him this much time. That's not what our team is right now. We don't have the give him this much time. We need someone who can come in day one. That's all I'm saying about Con. Con comes in day one. He's an immediate floor spreader. Immediate.
What you're saying right now is what the 2020 Warriors thought when they drafted James Wiseman. they had the option to pick
Yep,
LaMelo
that's
Ball,
true.
but they didn't pick him because it was like they didn't need him. They already had Steph, so they didn't need a point guard. So they drafted James Wiseman, and you see what happened. They still won, but like they didn't need James Wiseman. And now imagine they had LaMelo. LaMelo would probably still be on the roster right now. Imagine they still had him, and then
Of
post
course.
Curry they have LaMelo as their
Yes.
point guard for the future. Think
It's
about
it's
that.
just it's just it's just logical GMing to accumulate gain young talent if you have aging superstar, whatever, you know.
We'll see.
And obviously you think the Sixers are like a championship contender. I honestly don't think Morey thinks that, but I guess we'll see. Like, and honestly, he's just trying to save his job.
I don't think he would give us one more year if he didn't believe that, or at least maybe not win the title, but definitely like go at it and actually like do something.
But
that makes sense.
Do you really think the difference between y'all winning or not winning a championship is VJ Edgecombe and Conk Nipple?
I didn't say that. I'm just saying
they're honestly on the same level as players right now.
And our off season it hasn't even started yet. So
yeah,
like this isn't our finalized rosters. I'm just saying he's a piece that can come in and help us now sooner than VJ. Not saying shit. I probably agree with you in the long run. Maybe do draft VJ just because of the defensive upside and stuff like that. But
VJ can.
I think VJ can be a culture. He can be a culture setter for like if you're basically resetting your franchise. Like if you want to like create a specific type of culture based on the way he plays, based on the way he defends, stuff like that. Sure, yeah. But I'm saying as a fan, what I fucking want is someone who's gonna come in. Boom, we can slot you in just like that. That's all I'm saying. Shoot me if I'm wrong.
You should have took Carter Bryant then, if that's what you wanted.
No.
Why?
Just a locked in role player, dude. And Khan has like legit upside, but like VJ can definitely help you win like next year with his defense and transition game, bro. And you're like an old team, bro.
We're not that fucking old.
It's Tyrese, Jerry McCain.
Your two highest paid players are past their primes.
How old is Quentin? Like 26?
24, 25.
At 4, Charlotte took Con Knipple, which we talked about before. I just gotta say, personally, like the Hornets' first round is probably one of my favorites in recent memory. Look, just about Con though for now. Dude, like we said before, Khan's just like a really good player. 6'6", and he's not just like some scrawny white dude. He's got a solid built frame. He's like built for the NBA. Like obviously he might struggle a little bit on defense, like all rookies do, but he's not like some scrawny dude that's gonna get pushed around. Also, Khan is just a great connector, elite shooter, obviously, solid defender, like I said. Great IQ, like just a really smart cutter, mover off ball. He has a pretty tight handle and gets to the rim pretty well. And yeah, his passing's great. And like I said before, like I think he has more upside than a lot of people that just like look at him, give him credit for that, just think he's like a shooter. Yeah, just a really polished offensive player. It's really just like hard to complain about Khan. Just a guy that's gonna help us win. Yeah.
I agree. That's the guy I wanted anyways. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I think he should like be able to fit well next to like LaMelo and Brandon Miller next year. Like he slides in right at the 2 spot, so Brandon can go back to the 3, Bridges at the 4, LaMelo at the 1. But yeah, I think he could like definitely help you guys, like especially with the East being wide open this year. I think it can really help you guys like at least make a play-in tournament. I think, in my opinion, you guys will be at least in the play-in, like no less.
Don't say that, bro.
I'm just.
Yeah,
I don't want to. I don't want just to.
You're actually gonna jinx us. Like,
I actually want to go to a Hornets playoff game, but I'm just saying, like, I really do believe it though. But yeah, knock on wood.
I appreciate it.
I believe in y'all too. I'm not gonna cap. At least a play-in spot.
Then we trade Mark away for 2 firsts. I just thought it was just a matter of time we were gonna trade Mark again. Obviously, like when the trade gets rescinded, like there's really like no way they repair that relationship.
Right.
And Mark, like getting 2 first for Mark's just objectively like good value. They took Liam McNeely at 29. Really just a better player than the stats say. 6'7". He can really shoot. His numbers weren't like great at UConn, but that was like a really like weird UConn team, and he played on the bad ankle. But he just plays like winning ball. Great form. Always like shot ready. Good like sort of like shot off movement. He isn't like a great athlete, but he could play make a little bit. Good team defender, and just like just completely just like competes his ass off. Just need guys like that. And yeah, um, I think what winning teams value is what the Hornets drafted, which is guys that give a shit. That's all serious teams. They're filled with guys that give a shit and play the right way, and it's bigger than your stats. Those type of guys. So I like A grade first round for the Hornets, in my opinion.
All right, guys. At 5, we have Ace Bailey, who went to the Utah Jazz. First off, let me start off by saying, respectfully, fuck this guy. You don't skip draft workouts. I don't care how good you think you are or what team you want to go to. Nigga, this is not free agency. You are the prospect. We draft you. It's not the other fucking way around. You have to prove yourself in the NBA before you get that type of authority over other teams. That's like one of the reasons why I didn't want him.
Facts.
Like
Facts.
super unprofessional, super stank booty activity. Like just do better, bro. Still wish him the best. He's still a good player, but I don't like that. Like that's just bad vibes, bro. Give off bad vibes. Like that one friend that's like, oh yeah, like this nigga's mad cool, and then you really like hang out with him, and he's like, yo, this nigga's mad weird, bro. It was like that, bro.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah. Me too.
Well, basketball wise, I think if Ace Bailey just embraces like an off ball role, he could like
Yeah.
I don't know, do pretty well in their offense. It's such like a Danny Ainge pick though. He doesn't care if you want to play there. That's not how the NBA works, like Darian said. Yeah, I think Hardy will be a good mentor for him, and it's gonna take him some time to. He's definitely like more of a project than some people think, but he's definitely got upside. He's really talented.
For personally for Utah, I think I like the pick a lot. Like even though, like Darren, what you talked about, like him being like him just thinking he's better than he is, thinking he's like he warrants like he like warrants what is it like just declining the team's workout and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's still obviously like one of the more talented players in the draft. Like he has like a good bit of potential. I just think he also has like a very low floor in my opinion. But I do think like if any team like that let him be him, I think one of the teams would be Utah. He is like a score first. Like he wants the ball in his hands and he wants to be aggressive. And there really aren't that many players on this team to like really do that. Like the Jazz are probably going to trade Laurie this offseason. So like, and then maybe even like Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarkson. Those are like some of their main scorers on the team. So really the only ones that he's going to be competing with like for shots is going to be like Keontae George, and like that's like mostly it really. Like I think he has the opportunity to do what he does best on this team. So I mean, for that reason, I like him. I like his fit on Utah.
It's tough. It's tough like right now because he like if you watch him at Rutgers again, that's like they were not good, but Ace was like very bad on defense. He turned it over a lot.
Bad shots.
He is like a bad shot maker. That's his bag. And he says he practices them, but I mean, you got to balance that out. You can't take all bad shots. Like that can't be your whole shot diet. That's not sustainable in the NBA. Yeah, I think he has the tools to be a good defensive player. I mean, he's huge. He's got long arms. Like
it's more of an effort thing.
He's got to fix his he's kind of just like immature right now, which I get, but He's young, so whatever. Orleans took Jeremiah Fears at 7. Uh, I think that's a reach. I can understand like maybe mid first round, but 7's a little bit too rich for me. Um, I mean he's 6'2", so that's one thing, but he can't shoot and can't play defense. He's super dynamic with the ball. I'll give him that. He gets to the rim like very easily, which is definitely like a malleable thing in the NBA. But the data says like he's not a good shooter, and what like undersized guard that's not a good shooter is a good player in the NBA. Can you give me one example? No, you can't. So he's definitely gonna have to develop his shot.
I mean, or I'll say Davion, but like he also can defend at like an elite level. So I mean,
Yeah, Davion.
Dude, Jeremiah Fears does not play defense.
yeah, I know. That's why I was like, never mind. But yeah,
And really just like New Orleans in general, I don't really know what they're doing, to be honest with you. Uh, I mean, they traded up to take Derek Queen, and I like Derek Queen, but they moved up 10 spots and gave up their first next year. That is horrendous, just GMing. And it's Joe Dumars. He was an awful GM with Detroit, like in the early 2000s. So I don't like what exactly are the Pelicans doing? Like,
yeah, I really don't know either. Like with the Derek Queen fit, like I don't like him next to Zion at all. Like neither of them are really known for their defense. Like
and they're both
Derek,
undersized.
yeah, exactly. And like even Derek Queen, like he's a big body, obviously, but like he doesn't have the verticality to like really deter shots at the rim. Like
Yeah.
he's more of like a I want to say like a Jokic defender. Like I think he's a better defender than Jokic, but like in terms of just them like more like reaching for like stripping for the ball, not being a really like a rim protector. Like I don't know. Offensively, I think they could be like solid next to each other, especially if Derek can work on his jump shot. I think they can be solid in that department, but like defensively, they're gonna get cooked. Like they're really gonna have to rely on like Herb Jones, and like that's pretty much it.
And I don't know like what they're expecting. Like, do they actually think they're gonna be like a top 5 seed next year in the West? No shot.
Probably
So
play it.
why would you just give away your pick like that to move up 10 spots? Like, it's just really bad business.
What was
And
the
like
what was the like protection on the pick too? Because it was next.
so they traded with Atlanta. So Atlanta has their pick now next year, and it was a pick swap between them and Milwaukee, but I think they're gonna have a worse record than Milwaukee, or they're gonna pick lower than them because they're in the worst conference. But
It does depend what happens with Giannis though. Like if he like gets traded, but yeah, that's
I don't
true.
think he's getting traded. I don't think he's getting traded.
I don't think so either. But it's still like a possibility. But yeah, that's not
Yeah,
smart at all.
it's just bad business. I will say, dude, Atlanta must have been like thrilled.
Oh yeah.
They get the Pelicans pick next year. They have 25 mil trade exception. They got Porzingis expiring. He's gonna play his ass off this year. I'm just in on the Hawks' future, to be honest with you. Trade Dyson Daniels, Reese Lachey, Okongwu, another piece they're gonna add, probably. I don't know. I don't think they're like a contender, but their future's pretty bright, in my opinion.
You really never know in the East. Like Trae Young is just as good as Tyrese Halliburton. Not he. I think Tyrese is a
No, he's
little
not.
bit better. What?
No, he's not.
I would say I think Tyrese is a little bit better, but I mean I don't think it's like a big difference. But like you never know with these next.
There's a gap there, in my opinion. But
Really?
yeah,
I mean, defensively, sure.
Halliburton's a good defender.
Yeah, he played good defense.
He's a solid defender. He's solid when he tries.
Like Trey's just so horrendous that it's like hard to even like be a mediocre defense. When he's just like playing when he's playing 40 minutes for you, it's just hard, you know.
Yeah.
I will say though, it's funny because the Pelicans they fleeced them last year with trading Dejounte to them, and it's a different front office, and they fleeced the Hawks fleeced New Orleans again, back-to-back years. So
Atlanta's just bitching New Orleans at this point.
yeah. Also, New Orleans is gonna have a Jordan Poole with Jeremiah Fears backcourt.
That's so bad.
Gross. I think What do you think, Darian? Are they the biggest mess in the league? Them or Phoenix?
I go Phoenix.
I don't know. We're gonna talk about them next.
Bro, Phoenix has Jalen fucking.
Actually, after Brooklyn. Sorry. Yeah. So Brooklyn took Yagor Demon at 8. I mean, just absolutely reach. I mean, he was supposed to go like in the 20s. Brooklyn is clearly like not trying to win, so they're taking projects, which is like fair. Yagor is like an extreme. Like his strength is just in a vacuum, just in the pick and roll as a passer. But he's very skinny. I mean, this dude is very scrawny, and obviously super young, but he isn't a good shooter or defender. And Brooklyn had 5 first-round picks, and they made all of them, and 3 of them are point guards, and 1 is Danny Wolf, who's like a playmaking big. So I don't really know what Brooklyn's doing. Obviously, they're like bottoming out. They're not trying to win. If you have 5 first-round picks and you make all of them, and they're all like sort of projects or not like win now guys, I think that tells you all like everything you need to know.
Am I wrong for saying that Demon reminds you of like Josh Giddey like in his rookie year? Just in terms of like yeah. Wait. Who did you just say?
Demon?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I don't know. I was just drawing the comparison like tall, scrawny, white point guard who's like good at like a good passer.
Yeah, I could see it a little bit, but Giddey could actually like play his like rookie year and be like and still like drop, I don't know,
be effective.
20 and 10, you know.
Yeah.
Yagor, it's like 2 years away from being 2 years away, you know. He's very very raw, like more raw than Tijon.
Damn.
So, yeah. It's tough.
Yeah, that don't sound good.
9, Toronto took Colin Murray-Boyles, which led to probably the worst moment of the draft broadcast when Kendrick Perkins said that the Raptors have the pieces to be a top 6 team in the East after the selection. I mean, I really like the pick, but come on, bro.
Gotta get him up out of there.
Yeah, I don't think anybody takes him serious, but whatever. He's just like a sideshow, you know. He can't like Murray-Boyles. He can't shoot. Like he can't shoot threes, but he is just like an excellent like post scorer. Has really nice touch, like incredible defensive versatility, and is like a good rebounder. So pretty sure he's gonna be a good player in the league. Might take him a year or 2, but it's a good pick for Toronto.
For the next pick made by the Suns, it was a pick that was supposed to go to Houston, but obviously it was traded in the Kevin Durant trade. So, Darren, what are your thoughts on the whole trade and what Phoenix got in return for him?
Let me start off by saying like I'm not gonna say it's cooked, but Kevin Durant's like legacy in general, bro.
Honestly, at this point, it's like, why even give a fuck? Because he's already ruined it so much.
Yeah, not like, bro, people are going to remember him. Like, we're going to remember KD because we saw it. But in like 10 years, people are going to see KD, look at his resume, and they're going to go, oh, yeah, he was a great scorer who just, like, basically left from team to team looking for a title. He joins, they're going to say he joined Steph. Not how that a few years ago they were like, oh, this is KD. No, he joined Steph to like make a super team, won 2 titles, and then like just moved on. And I don't know. It just looks really bad. It's really bad. What is this? His 4th, 5th team?
OKC, Warriors, Nets, Phoenix, 5th team, yeah.
5th team? Like, holy shit, bro.
In like six or 7 years.
Niggas were comparing him to LeBron and stuff. Like,
I never took that serious, but okay.
I mean, it was valid a few years ago. Like,
not a few years ago, maybe like a decade ago.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's
maybe
what I
like in 2014. Yeah.
2014. Like like before, like 2015, like 2016,
Okay.
that era, like
Yeah.
yeah, you could make the argument, but bro, that shit's gone, bro, gone. He's not even in this, bro. No, his legacy is very cooked, very. But I feel bad for Jalen Green because what the hell? You sent him to a team with Bradley Beal and Devin Booker.
I mean,
Nasty.
he did it to himself though. He could have at least played like
On God, bro.
he
They
could have,
literally
at least played bad. He played ass. Like
did I
ass
not say?
bad.
Did I not say? I don't know if I said this on the pod or if I said it to one of you two, just like while we were watching the game. Did I not say the Rockets are looking at this postseason and they're looking at how Jalen Green's playing, and that's how they're going to decide who to keep in this
Oh, yeah.
for their core. I literally said that shit. This nigga played ass. Now he's gone. He's not in Houston anymore. And
Yeah.
Dylan Brooks, he's just casualties of war.
Yeah, it was pretty clear on what their plan was. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, like right now they don't have like a solidified like go to like star. Like Sengun was an all-star this year, but like you don't really see him as being like the main guy on a championship team. But clearly, it wasn't going to be Jalen Green after what he showed.
Yeah,
and
bro,
even when he's like not even just like the playoffs, like since he's really been drafted, he's pretty much just been the same player. Like he really hasn't really done much to improve. He hasn't like if anything, you could say he's like a little bit of a better defender and a slightly better playmaker, but like
not marginal.
Nothing that you can like say like this guy is our guy. Like we need to keep him. We can't like lose him for nothing. But yeah, like he did that to himself. That's why he's on Phoenix right now. But I mean, in terms of what Phoenix got, I don't think it is like horrible. Like I think they did
all right.
things
Let's make it clear they were in like an awful situation. Like
Yeah.
if you look at what they gave up for Durant and what they got back, it's awful. But everybody knew they wanted to get rid of him before the draft, so it's tough. It's tough sledding. Like
like
that's just what you get. Like tough.
Yeah, Phoenix had they had no leverage basically with this trade.
Yeah.
So to be able to get back like most importantly, I think like their most important acquisition was like the 10th pick, which they were able to draft. Yeah, Kim and Malawatch. Like the fact that he was also able to fall to number 10, I think that was like I don't want to say lucky, but like
it's a good pick.
It kind of is like the fact that they were able to get somebody that in my opinion was like closer to like a top 5 pick than like 10. Like I think that's very valuable. It is kind of bittersweet that the fact that they got they obviously traded for Mark Williams and then they also got Kaman. Like they were like literally or not their main issue, but one of their main issues was their center depth. Like having to roll out with Nurkic before he got traded, like Mason Plumlee and then Nick Richards. Like they got definitively 2 centers that in my opinion are already better than all 3 of those players. So
yeah,
it does kind of suck that they had to get rid of KD in order for that to happen. But it like in terms of like assets that Phoenix has now, I don't think they're as like it's as bad as it was before. Like obviously Jalen Green didn't play well, but still is a young player that some teams are gonna want to take a chance on maybe. And then you never know. We get from Dylan Brooks like a solid 3-and-D player. You could get like a pick from him maybe. And then you still have like you just drafted Kaman, so you have him, and who knows what you do with Mark Williams. So I don't think they're in as bad a position as they were before, but to me, it's clear that they need to trade Devin Booker more than ever. And so I think from what they could get from a Devin Booker trade, I think they could be in a solid position once they do that.
I just don't think they're gonna do it unless he acts out.
Like, there's no way they see their roster.
It's just the league, bro. It's just how it works. Like
your 3 best players are Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, and Jalen Green. They think that can repeat in the West. There's no way they see this in like they want to keep Devin Booker.
There's just no way they're gonna trade him without him asking out. That's just not gonna happen.
Well, if I'm Booker, I'm asking out like almost immediately.
He doesn't want to though. He loves Phoenix.
You got to do right by your star who like been there for years.
Life is all about choice, man. Let's talk about Malawatch real quick. I did think it was. I mean, they gave up 2. We talked about earlier. They gave up 2 firsts for Mark. I think Malawatch and Mark are like very, very similar. Like if you looked at Malawatch's comps, you saw a lot of Mark Williams. I mean, they got some differences in their game, but like Mark has like better touch offensively and more like switchability, I guess. Um, it's just kind of like it's kind of sad. Like if you watch like rookie Mark play, like his rookie year, and watched him last year for the Hornets, dude just moves like completely like differently, bro. And it's obviously the bad back, the foot stuff. Like he's just slower like on his feet. So like obviously still like a good NBA center who like a good offensive NBA center, but defensively like he's just too soft. He can't anchor defense. Like I guess he could sort of like mentor Malawatch. I mean that is like a good center rotation, young center rotation. Um, but again, like I don't like where like what is Phoenix doing? Like what is their direction? Are they hoping to compete? Maybe they just want to like play Jalen Green's trade value up, or they just want to like be competent so they can get better guys around Booker. Because bro, I'm telling you, they're not gonna trade Booker. There's just no way if he doesn't ask out. So
if they do keep Devin Booker, then yeah, I think the best option is to just like get Jalen Green to play his value up and then see what you can get from him to add to the roster. But even if Jalen plays like at like his best, like say he averages like 25 on solid efficiency next year, I still don't think whatever he would go for would help them win a championship or even just like be a good playoff team. I just don't see it,
bro. So Devin Booker's their point guard. Jalen Green's their shooting guard.
Beal probably the 3
or off the bench.
Probably off the I don't know. Jalen. I think Jalen should be off the bench more than Beal personally. Like I think Beal is better than Jalen Green. Not saying much, but I just think
that's so gross.
This is disgusting work.
I think they're gonna lose Tyus Jones too. So
I forgot about Tyus Jones, but yeah,
he's a free agent.
Yeah, just that nasty team.
Memphis took Cedric Coward. They moved up. Again, I think this is another great pick. He's not a crazy athlete, but he has a 7'2" wingspan at 6'5", which is like nuts. Good shooter, great mid-range game, plays really physical. Just like a typical like Memphis draft pick. Dude just two-way tough. Like, yeah, I just really like it. What did you guys think about the Desmond Bane trade though? Memphis got back KCP, Cole Anthony, 4 first-round picks. Phoenix picked their first this year, obviously. Then next year, then they get Orlando's 2028 and 2030 picks. Pick swap in 2029. So yeah, quite a haul for Bane. What did y'all just think about that trade overall?
It's kind of like I wasn't expecting it personally, especially for him to be traded to like the Magic. Like I thought, if anything, the Magic were going to get like a point guard or try to trade for a point guard. But for Memphis, it's kind of interesting because like I think they've seen what their ceiling is, and they realize that like even if they have Ja, Bane, and Jaren, like championship is not in their view, and I think that's what their GM sees. So just if I don't know. To me, I think they're gonna try to retool. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't think retooling will help them much, but maybe just like getting more of like a defensive identity. Maybe like I think also like getting Coward in the draft, like that might be part of it. Part of like them getting their defensive identity. They obviously traded. They got what is it? KCP in the trade. He's supposed to be like a solid defender at this point in his career. So I don't know. Maybe they're just gonna try to like see what John and Jaren can do together, and then just try to build their defense up. But I don't know. It's kind of tough. I think for Memphis it was a good trade. Like obviously the draft capital they got is very positive, obviously. But yeah, it doesn't. I don't think it changes them too much, but it does like throw in the question like, what are you gonna do? Like, are like, do you consider trading Ja or do you consider trading Jaren or both, even just like rebuilding completely? I don't know, but it's definitely like it's something you could like think about, but you don't have to make it immediately, in my opinion, if you're Memphis.
Darren.
What about you, Darren?
I agree with you. Think they're trying to reset the culture. I think trying to go back to like grit and grind will help. I don't know. Um, I just don't know if Ja is like the one.
That guy.
Yeah, I don't know if Ja is that guy. Like
He's too unreliable.
he's unreliable, and then I don't know.
His play style like isn't sustainable either. The way he plays.
Even like yes, can continue.
I was just gonna say like just the way he like kind of like reckless like was he like 6'2"?
He jumped in the air and just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. And he's like a slender dude, so like that's just you're just asking him to like get hurt.
Yeah. Even like
that's just the way he plays though, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say even like the off court stuff, like with him making like the gun gestures and stuff like that. Like I think that's just like a big distraction, like for just like the whole team. So yeah, I don't know if I don't even think he'd be like the leader that a championship team would or that he could be on a championship team. So
this guy will not age gracefully as well.
Oh yeah, definitely not. Especially if he keeps like getting hurt the way he has been, just like scary balls and stuff.
I honestly think it'd be worse than the Westbrook regression.
Maybe.
Huh?
He's not as good as Westbrook is.
I'm just saying in terms of regression, like of athleticism.
How hard he regressed.
Yeah, how hard he regressed. I'm not saying Westbrook is bad. I'm just saying he went from like MVP, like top 7 player to like what he is now.
I got you.
That's fair.
Sort of finishing out the lottery here. Chicago took Insigne, really young dude, like total project. Like this is like a Sam Presti draft pick. Just a guy you kind of like stash away for like years, and just develop in like the G League or whatever. Are the Bulls just like playing bound again? And if so, like how do they get out of this? Like what's the move?
I don't really think there's much like that they can do. I mean, they obviously can they can trade, like they make necessary trades, but like a lot of their players are young right now. Like their main vet is like Vucevic. It's like you can obviously like I think their first move should be trading him. I thought he should have been off the team like
he's got 1 more year left, so
yeah. But I thought he should have been off the team like 2 years ago, maybe like even like last year even. But like it's kind of hard to like say what they should do because like most of their team is young and they don't know what they have. Most of the young players, like you see what you have in Kobe White, that's pretty clear. And then like Josh Giddey like had a like huge progression this year, but like besides them, like everybody is really like just there. Like they haven't like established like what they're good at, what their roles will be in the NBA. Like they're just a bunch of young players, but they're it's a very competitive team. Like they all play hard and like they're led by Kobe. So it's kind of hard to just like pinpoint one thing that they should do to like make them just drop off.
We're like a playing loss or win away from getting cooped. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah, they were.
Crazy.
Yep.
Giddey, Kobe, Matas. I forgot about fucking Patrick Williams. I forgot he's on that team. When is his contract?
Dude, West Charlotte, stand up, bro.
Hey, remember people were saying he's like the
Miles. He played AK's varsity team.
Yeah,
our freshman year. Yeah.
Oh wait, I didn't know it was then. But damn.
Yeah, it was our freshman year.
Yeah, he beat our team. Yeah, he beat our team.
Was that? It was that AK?
No, I think it was West Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. State.
Niggas were saying he's the next Kawhi and shit. I remember that.
I actually kind of bought into it, like not recently, but like
me too.
Like, second year, I kind of bought into it a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I can kind of see a little bit.
I think it was just the fucking hairstyle, bro. Them niggas got us.
It was that, and just like the way he moved and his
and his facial expressions and shit.
Yeah, he just seemed like he could be like Kawhi,
Yeah.
just off of just like just like how he looked.
Yeah, it's hard to see a move here. I mean, well, what's really their core? It's Kobe. Is Giddy in their core?
At this point,
I-
probably, but I wouldn't even say like he.
Io, Modis, and Patrick Williams
Mates,
isn't in the
nigga.
core.
Mates.
Matas.
Okay,
Nigga
so
Mates.
yeah. Well, average double digits to not pronounce your name right.
For the last pick of the lottery, the OKC Thunder they picked Thomas Sorber, and as like if I'm OKC, I love this pick mainly because he fits into like everything that OKC does. Like he's a dog on defense, like good rim protector, pretty switchable on the perimeter. He is like I think he has the potential to be like a capable shooter as for a big specifically, but looking at his film, like he looks like he has like good form. So I think that he could like be mentored by Isaiah Hartenstein for like the next year or two. So like I don't know. You don't have to if you're OKC, you don't have to worry about like him getting minutes immediately. You can give him like spot minutes sometimes, see what he can do on the court, but you don't have to worry about him being like a major contributor this year. So, in my opinion, I think he should be getting a lot of reps in the G League, and then I think the following year should be the year he actually gets some minutes, um, some consistent minutes. But just for the pick overall, like I think they got great value out of him. I couldn't really see like anybody that they should have definitively picked over him. So I think that was like a really good pick for them.
Yeah, I agree. It's a great pick. He is undersized, but he has a 7'6" wingspan, and he's just like a very like big physical guy, which is what OKC likes. They like that type of architect player. Um,
What is he?
he's
Is he
like
6'10"? Or is
he's
he
like 6'9"
6'9"?
ish,
6'9".
6'10", probably between those. He's just a very like reactive player. He'll like you said, he'll probably take like a gap year. I think OKC because they have to pay everybody. They're probably gonna have to shed Hardenstein uh, after this year.
Yeah.
So you gotta hope that Sarber is just ready for that. I think he's a good player. I think he will be. He is defensive minded though.
Yeah.
I will say that about them. So another great pick from the best GM in the league, Sam Presti.
Yeah.
I asked Darian yesterday if he would trade Embiid for Sam Presti. He said, "Fuck no." He fucking. I'm like, bro, be
Honestly,
self-aware, buddy.
I would consider that. What I mean,
I would take that
not
trade.
yeah,
What?
not from Philly's perspective. Yeah, like low
I
key.
would take that
Yeah,
trade. Yes.
I'm not gonna immediately say yes, but like that's like something you can debate about.
Yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for this pod. Appreciate all you guys watching. We're gonna be back for free agency. So we're gonna try to upload once a week or every other week. We're gonna try to. Again, apologize for the lack of uploads, but make sure you guys like, comment, and share the channel. And as always, until next time.